Hey guys, so today's video is going to be on how I made this Minecraft TNT cake for my little brother's birthday. I really hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on my Instagram. That will be linked below along with the measurements and all of that stuff for the cake. So the first thing we're starting off with is the lemon cake. So the first thing you want to do is start by adding your room temperature butter to a medium-sized bowl and then cream that together with your white sugar until it's nice and smooth. Then you want to add your eggs one at a time to this mixture. Then you want to add in your lemon zest, vanilla extract, and lemon extract. Moving on to your dry ingredients, you want to add your cake flour to a small bowl and add in your baking soda, baking powder, and salt. Moving back over to the wet ingredients, if you would like to, you can add a couple drops of yellow food coloring, and then once you've mixed that in, you can add half of your flour mixture to the wet and mix that, and then add half of your buttermilk to this as well, and just keep incorporating that back and forth until it's all thoroughly combined. If you want to make buttermilk at home, if you don't have any, you can just do a cup of milk to a tablespoon of lemon juice, or a half a cup of milk to a half a tablespoon of lemon juice. Also, make sure to let it sit aside for around 10 minutes before adding it to your mixture. Once your lemon cake batter is finished, you can now add them to your lined and greased baking pans. I'm using two 6-inch square pans here. I'm using half the recipe. Both of the measurements for a 8-inch cake and a 6-inch cake will be in the description, so you can decide which size you want to make. And you can make this either a 2-layer cake or a 3-layer. I just decided to go with 2 layers. And then you just want to put this in the oven at 350 for around 25 to 30 minutes. Now moving on to the lemon buttercream frosting, you want to start by adding your room temperature butter to a medium-sized bowl, cream that until it's nice and mixed, and then add your sifted powdered sugar to this and mix that until it's combined. Then you want to add juice of half a lemon, and then if you still want your buttercream to be a little looser, you can add a couple tablespoons of some heavy cream or some milk. Now moving on to the assembly, I'm not going to be talking too much throughout this, but if you have any questions, let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to answer them for you. For my TNT letters, I just cut out a template with parchment paper of a letter T, and then I traced it on all of my black fondant. And then for the end, I just did basically some kind of sticks for the sides of the end, and for the middle, I just used 2 black squares for the middle of the end to get that kind of Minecraft block look. And then I just adhered it with some water on the back of this white fondant. By the way, if you're curious on which size I kind of made the squares, they're around 1-inch blocks. I also adhered these on with some water. Everything for the fondant that needs adhering, I use water. I was going to use piping gel, but I cannot find any at the store. I'm not sure how that works. I've never used it before, but I wanted to try. But I couldn't this time because, like I said, I couldn't find it at the store. For the little kind of like wires on top of the TNT block, I use this machine. I'm honestly not sure what it's called at all, but I used it to make this round spinny thing. I'm so sorry. And then I cut out a bunch of, I believe 9 tiny black squares to cover the ends of the wires basically. And I rolled up some white paper to kind of help set up the shape I wanted the wires to dry in. And I didn't leave mine on there very long, so I would just recommend to keep the paper in there as long as you can before serving. But now moving on to the TNT letters, I just attached these again with some water, and I ended up going back and cutting off a couple inches off the side of the name tag basically, because I was originally gonna make it like all the white sides connect, so it all looks as one, but I didn't have enough white fondant for that, so I ended up cutting it off a little shorter, and I ended up liking the way it looked. So that's also an option if you want to do it that way. For the little Minecraft people, I don't know their names, but for the green monster thing, I looked up a tutorial, so I will leave that linked in the description. And for the pig, I just used a picture. I eyeballed it, but it's very simple. I will try to find a tutorial though if you guys don't want to just eyeball it. I was gonna film this, but my camera battery dies so fast, and I did this like the night before, so I just didn't end up filming it. I'm sorry if you guys wanted to see me making it, but like I said, it's pretty simple, and I will link some tutorials below if you decide you want to make these little characters as well. But yeah, other than that, that is it for the finished cake. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also, go follow me on my Instagram. That will be linked in the description. I have tons of pictures of all the cakes and different desserts I've made, so make sure to go follow me over there, and also make sure to check out the description for all the measurements for the cake. And I'll see you guys next week with a new video. Bye guys!